We are back with another episode of Sessions with Mary Jane. I'm your host, Jordan Freed, and I am most definitely fried. It is a wonderful Monday morning here at the Gotham Production Studios, and we are back. Just a heads up on some upcoming shows before we get into our interview tonight. I think by the time this is out, we will be fast approaching our August 16th show at Jimmy's in Kearney, New Jersey. That is going to be August 16th. That's going to be a music and comedy show with Kate Lawler and Billy Procida. And that's going to be hype. So get out to that. And then we also have our circuit break variety show August 20th at the Cryout Cave in Newark, New Jersey. The first one was a big success, so come out to this one. Tickets are on sale at lnhstudios.com/shows. Outside of that, in September, I got a big taping for Andromeda Studios in Nyack, New York. I'm going to be doing stand-up on their show September 7th. So if you're in the Hudson Valley, that is the show to go out to. And then September 27th, I think, I'm going to be at the Prototype Patterson 5-year anniversary show. I'm pretty sure Chris Gethard is on that show as well. So if you're a fan of Chris Gethard, come out to that one. I'm going to be doing comedy, celebrating, and making people laugh. But enough about me. You guys see me every podcast. We have a special guest here today. Anybody in the New Jersey film scene knows him. He is one of the big hustlers of the film scene. You might know him for Set to Go Studios. You might know him from the 800 projects that he works on every year, helping people make their dreams come true. He is the giftedly talented and hilarious and eccentric Taso Zouroudis. Welcome.
Hello.
Was that too lofty? People get intimidated by my intros. They're like, I can't live up to the intro.
That gave me a special feeling deep down in the nether regions. It was kind of enjoyable.
Word.
So
I'm glad to finally have you in here. We've worked together a lot at this point, a lot in the last couple of years. For those who don't know, Taso shot my special, When the Edible Hits, out on all streaming platforms right now. He did the video and made sure it looked fire. And if you watch the YouTube version, it does look pretty fire. Yeah, he was at a little place called Sesh House Social that I don't think exists anymore, and now we're here today.
That was seriously a good time. Yeah, what's up? What's goody?
I'm just happy to have you. You said you've been very busy, so I just wanted to kind of crack open the egg and let it cook on the sidewalk right now. What is going on? First, I guess we need the Set to Go Studios update. And could you just, for people who don't know, what is the origin of Set to Go Studios?
Well, Set to Go Studio was a commercial studio out in Woodland Park, New Jersey. They shot OxyClean there. They shot a lot of the direct response stuff that you used to see on television at this place. And the owner just so happened to become my mentor, who has been a cinematographer since 1952.
Wow.
He went to film school in Croatia. Frank Kolaric. Franjo. Great guy. Very hard worker. Yeah. During the pandemic, I got the opportunity and was given the opportunity and inherited the studio. And so it went from being a commercial studio to a film studio. Yeah, I've been cracking at this for a very long time. And with the projects that I have under my belt already, official and unofficial, the next step was brick and mortar. Get the studio.
Yeah.
Inside, you could make anything. And we're East Coast, baby. We've learned how to make films in closets. So you give me a big enough building and you cram it with a bunch of filmmakers who are already used to doing things in small spaces, and you've got a hyper ton of projects coming out. Quantity. Now, okay, we're all independent, so you do see the ones who have like the real quality, and I'm glad that during the last 5 years I was able to provide and facilitate some of this stuff, because magic was made. I love indie film, man.
Yeah.
Independent film, it's what it's all about. We are the pirates, and I am just a humble pirate captain who wants to give knowledge to the world in the best way possible and help everyone, get to what your dream is, what your level of success is. Now, I'm not going to hold your hand, but I have become a sage who can give you some answers.
All right, Mr. Sage Man. I got some questions for you. Now, what do you think is what is the bigger driving factor with independent film? Is it quality or is it money? Is it just whoever could get money together and get people to say, yes, you can make this? Or do you think like good quality ideas will get made in this independent New Jersey sphere no matter what?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
I know, because I want a loaded answer.
So this is kind of my mentality in all this. I have been in New Jersey now for the last 5 years. I hail from the island, New York City. This is where I came at 19 when I escaped NASA in Florida. Crash landed on this planet in 1984 in the cornfields of Iowa, and then I was like captured by the government, shipped to New York. We picked up another alien who they claim is my sister. We're both fantastic, but they took us down to Florida, locked us up, and I'm the first one that escaped and came to New York to hide amongst the eccentrics, because this place, the city, has felt more like home to me than anywhere else. Now, I did say I'm in Jersey for the last 5 years. And the reason I'm there is because during my entire experience here in New York, pursuing the dream, I was seeing cracks in the infrastructure. Mind you, I originate from like a small town. I grew up with 32 to 36 kids from third grade all the way up until my sophomore year in a small little town called Frostproof, Florida, home of the Bulldogs. And I read. I didn't really fit in. I did, but I didn't internally. I was treated like an alien, so I felt like an alien. But again, nobody was just like malicious and trying to, set me on fire, which some people wanted to. It was just, I was in my own world since then. And around 14, I got into the public library. I lived in the library since I was a child. And I found this one book. I don't remember what it was, but it had stated, if you want to be something in the film industry, the most guaranteed route is to make your own fucking movies. Excuse my French. If you really wanted to be in the film game, you just make your movies.
Yeah.
Now, okay, there are infrastructures and setups now that say, what qualifies you to be in the film game? But in my opinion, and in my, perception of how I see things, anybody who's made a movie, a short, a feature, a featurette, a documentary, bruh, sis, you in the film game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what brainwashing you think really exists. You're putting yourself in there. Okay, you may not be Scorsese or fucking Spielberg or even Tarantino. Like, okay, cool. No, these guys, they did their thing and they are someone. But when they weren't, it really is who you know. Because our whole world works like a web. And the entire idea of 6 Degrees from Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Bro, it's so legit. People don't realize it. You could be literally right now 1 degree from Kevin Bacon. Now, do I know this guy? No, not personally. But I did work on a set as a background extra where he was the lead, and I got to finally walk up to him and be like, yo, bro, you are a great actor. Keep going. You got this. So it was like, and it was the same time that it was being directed by Daniel Siegel, who also is another one of my favorite directors because he did Chaos Theory, bro. I'm obsessed with that movie, Chaos Theory. It's a great story.
What is that movie?
Ryan Reynolds and some chick fall in love. But as I digress, just watch it. I don't like ruining things for people.
Yeah, no.
That's where that comes from.
Cool.
We all intertwine with each other in a random basis. In New York is like the hub for that. So you never know what's going to go down.
It's super random, but not random at all. New York.
Yeah.
It's like you'll run into people who you haven't seen in like years in New York.
Bro, I've been gone from Florida for like 22, 23 years now. And I'm telling you, 10 years ago, I start randomly bumping into people from Florida. 2 from Frostproof are here. Like, come on, man. This is where life is beautiful. Be happy that you and I and Brianne in the background, we are all blessed to be playing this video game at the exact same time. Like, our avatars are here hanging out at the exact same time in this game, because this is like, okay, this is where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fantastic. I feel as if I trailed so far from what you originally asked.
Yeah, that's all good. We could trail any direction you want to trail. Is it true that you're writing a book?
I've finished it. Yes, I wrote a book. Okay, again, years in this game, I have listened and been blessed to be privy to industry, like from the horse's mouth, complaints, to the independent level, from the horse's mouth, complaints. Bruh.
How's the stable sounding?
Bruh. I know the 2 stables are like pretty far away from each other and no one interacts. They kind of do, but they don't. Everyone's saying the same thing. They're both crying out for the same thing. Now, what am I choosing to focus on? I'm choosing to focus on the independent filmmaker. Union, love you guys. Amazing. You're doing God's work. It doesn't resonate with me.
Yeah. And that's not even to say that, like, independent films can't use unions.
No.
Yeah.
So, to get to your question, yes.
More studio versus independent. Less union versus independent.
Yeah, no, it's the era of the indie. This is our time. Now.
Because there are like $5 million indies and there are $5,000 indies.
Yeah.
And those are very different.
Very different. The moment you exceed, I believe in my heart, $1 million, you're not really, I don't really consider that total indie anymore. You've put yourself, you've leveled yourself up, you put yourself in the ring. You have decided to walk into the cage and become a contender. Because you're hitting those numbers. And if you pull something off fantastic with what you did, that's it. The Pandora's box opens. And that's how the conglomerates do their blockbusters and they get their new talent. Like, that's that field. Those, I guess, the preliminaries before you get to them.
Yeah.
The
minor leagues, per se.
Kind of, yeah. Like the minor leagues before you get
you're about to get called up, son. Like,
if you do a good job, you're going to get the attention.
Make sure you get on base a lot and sell this film.
Yeah, man. If you do a great job on your film with a budget like that, bruh, they're watching. You don't know they're watching, but they're watching. They see you. You get the attention. Now, every single animal in the jungle is like, hello. Who are you? Because you got interest, attention, and that's for a different time. Yes, I wrote a book. I wrote a book for the indie film world because it's the independent film era. I came to Jersey because Thomas Edison had the very first film studio there. The Black Mariah. It's a cool fucking building. You can go and still visit. They have it all like set up, but it's on a round kind of, what are these things called? Not Lazy Susan. Yeah, Lazy Susan.
Lazy Susan stage.
Yeah. Where the house was turned, the roof came off, and it used the sun to blast light into the studio where they used mirrors to get their original lighting. And they would turn this building to follow the pattern of the sun so they could just keep using their little photo cameras all day. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So if this is true, which it is, I don't know why I just fucking said that, bro. Look, you said we got litty before we got busy, all right? What do you think we were doing outside the building?
They faked the original film studio. They made it in a studio.
He made a studio. He had a studio. Now, is he the first? I don't know. I haven't dug that deep into the history, but I do know the first film studio is the Black Mariah in Jersey.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, that means the router of Hollywood is in Jersey. And I choose to be that 90s dick that pulls the Ethernet cable and power and resets the bitch.
I actually was looking this up today. Do you know why the film industry left New Jersey?
Look, I don't know exactly the details. From my speculation, it was a bunch of Jersey boys that went out to the West and they were like, yo, we can make these moving pictures. These guys, they got money. Let's finesse the game, which is why
it's actually quite more nefarious.
More nefarious?
Yeah, Thomas Edison wouldn't let anybody use this technology unless they had the licensing. So if you made a film, you had to have Thomas Edison's licensing. So in New York, it got extensively expensive to get the licensing for Thomas Edison's cameras and stuff like that. But if you went out to LA, because there were no cell phones and there were no digital cameras, they just could go undetected. So they just moved all the equipment out there and were like, we're not going to pay your licensing fee. We're just going to go out here and do it for free. And then they just expanded the entire industry out there and just left us in the dust for a little bit.
You see what I'm saying, bro?
Right?
Jersey boys.
Jersey boys
just
doing
a bunch of Jersey
shit.
boys doing Jersey
shit. That's like mob shit. That's mob shit on Thomas Edison's part.
But as they say, yeah, it's a Jersey thing. You'll never understand. So in saying all of that,
yeah,
I chose, well, I didn't really choose.
It chose you.
It did. Dude, the pandemic landed on the lockdown March 19, 2020. My flippin' birthday. So the universe gave me a gift. A pandemic. Now, okay, it's so evil that I say this, but what it did for me, bro, locked everybody up and showed them exactly who the players are and how skittish of sheep they really are on the inside. Yeah. And that was like, because myself, I've been blessed with the neurodivergence, ADHD, baby. Ring of Fire, let's get it. I see the cracks. Again, the infrastructure. There's cracks in the infrastructure of how everything is done. So I decided finally, after coming out to New Jersey for 5 years, building my reputation, meeting all of y'all, getting a bunch of projects down, really getting some systems going, I went to that one complaint that I hear from both sides. How do we sell our movies? I was like, no doubt. I'm known for always finding out information. I'll get it. I've always had this obsession with movies my entire life. My dad had restaurant businesses. 14 years old, Taso, what do you want to do? 4 years, you're going to have your own restaurant. I don't want it. He looked at me, I was crazy. So what do you want to do? I want to make movies. What? Malaka, do something serious with your life. Don't be chasing the dreams. Yo, deadass, 20 years later, on the phone. He's like, you son of a bitch, you did it. You've been doing it. I said, yeah, what do you think I wanted to do? if I'm like a pit bull, if I see something I want to do, I'm going to fucking latch on. And I'm not going to let go. Because this is, as I said earlier to Circle, we're blessed to be in this time together in this game and found each other.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild, right?
It is.
Who
wild.
knew that I was going to meet you in Jersey and you wanted to do stand-up comedy and you're like, yo, I want to do this show. And I'm like, yo, bro, I got you.
Yeah. No, I got you at a very good time. You had some free time on your hands.
Go, listen.
It was a very fortuitous situation, yeah.
No, it was fun. It was chaos, but it was fun.
And you gave me cred because I was working with my homie Juan, and Juan is your
the
homie
chosen
too.
Juan.
If anybody is coming at us from New Jersey, you obviously know the GOAT, the homie Juan Saliba. But he's going to be making a short film too as well.
He's shopping for DPs right now.
Yeah, I'm going to be starring in it.
If you are interested in getting involved in a project, shooting some cool shit, like hit this guy up, the chosen Juan.
Are you Lynchian? It's going to be a very Lynchian short. I don't know if Juan likes that I'm saying that, but that's how I.
Nah, he's probably going to smack you, but it's okay.
Oh God.
So to revert back to what I was saying.
Yeah. So independent film, bringing people together, connections. Like we all have stories of just connecting with people from all over our lives. Like you're in New York City, you're sitting at a cafe, and you see somebody walk by that you haven't seen in like 5 years in a different state, and you're like, what the fuck? And you're like, how does this all come to me making money? And that's where you come in.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I've been listening, like I said, I've been listening to people complain about this. How do I sell my movie? How do I sell my movie? How do I sell my movie? Bro, 22 years of reading books. You know how much money I've spent on just knowledge. Not as much as college, that's for sure. High school dropout, no college, baby, and I'm still rocking and rolling because the knowledge, we are in an era where the knowledge is there. So what I did was I had a nervous breakdown, went completely manic, screaming about all kinds of stuff. And it hit me. I was like, it's time to put everything that I have gathered together and give people a straight answer. That's really what it is. So I wrote a book on film distribution. The Pirate Captain's Guide to Film Distribution. And this isn't a book. I'm not giving you some flippant story about me or what the people I've met and worked with. Nah, bro. Ain't nobody got time for that. We're all looking for answers. And that's really all I'm trying to provide is answers. Now, you trying to figure out something else, film distribution, something, dude, you book a call with me, bro. $200, 1 hour. You give me 2 days in advance, tell me whatever you're trying to learn. I will get you all that information. And with one sit down, I can push you in the right direction. It's what I do. And also, smoke lots of weed and play VR because you gotta have an escape, bro. Blast on! Yes!
All right. Well, the book is probably cheaper than $200.
Oh, yeah.
When's that coming to the market? Do you have a release date yet for it?
So I have spent the last 22 years researching,
how to
experimenting. Yeah, right? Oh, dude, that's how I feel right now. Experimenting with different models, different ideas, and it all just keeps pointing to the same stuff. My brain just went.
When's the book coming out?
Yeah. So I've never done that before, and I'm really learning. It's going to be released on Kindle, maybe some other platforms, but I'm going through the KDP, the back end.
Yeah.
That has become more of a challenge than I have ever experienced in my entire career doing film. Holy cannoli. I can repair almost any electronic, but you put me on Amazon's KDP, and I'm looking at Beasticles. I'm looking for answers from my dog because I'm so lost in the sauce. But as soon as I get that done, which will probably be after this podcast, I'll be racing back to finish and get it published. Yeah, it'll be up on Amazon. I'll probably post a link in Facebook if I remember, if I don't get distracted.
Cool.
But no, there will be signs. And there are more to come. This is not the only one. I aim to help independent film rise to the top. Bro, it's our time. It's our time. Things have gotten out of control. You feel me? Y'all people feel me? Things have gotten out of control. And so I'm attempting to give people a boost. Something, bro.
Yeah.
Just something, a lead, anything, whatever is in this book. I hope it inspires.
Not even to get too deep into the book, but is there are there stories or certain films that people have that you're just like, that is sellable? Like, is there something that people should look for when they're trying to sell something? Not necessarily how to sell it, but like, who is your market audience? Is it just like everybody could sell something, or is it like, you gotta also like work with the market and sell what the market actually wants?
Well, that's literally a step by. So this is not, I wouldn't really call it a book. This is more of a manual.
A choose your own adventure.
This is a choose your own adventure manual. This gives you information that you may have been trying to find and can't because of all the other resources and all the other real life stories. Bro, we got YouTube. You want real life stories? Go to YouTube. We're independent film. We do not have the funds that the conglomerates do. We don't. There are opportunities for independent filmmakers with the conglomerates. They're all there, but do you really feel like fighting to the death for a position? I don't.
No, I'd rather just make stuff and then sell it down the road. Make it for cheap and then sell it for cheap in their eyes, and then it'd be a lot of money to me.
You have to understand something. Everything that the conglomerates have been doing, I respect them. They've paved the way. They've shown a blueprint that works, but they've also shown a blueprint that has no longevity. There's an expiration date.
Kill one, fuck one, marry one. Amazon, Apple, and Netflix.
Kill one, fuck one, marry one?
Yeah. Kill one, fuck one, marry one.
What are the options?
Amazon, Apple, and Netflix.
Okay, kill Apple. I am not an Apple fan.
Word.
They
hot take from a filmmaker.
They got a great listen. They got a little kitschy UI. Their whole marketing was like trendy, cool. Let's do it. But when you start cracking open the internals, again, I'm a person of information. And I like doing things on my own. I fix my own computers. I fix my own phones. I fix my own tablets. I fix my friends' phones. Just get me the screen, bro. Just get the screen for your model. Come over to my place. We'll get litty, and then I'll get busy. You'll have your phone done in 30 minutes. Once you crack into those, you start seeing exactly how they're put together. Now, mind you, I'm not here to slander. I'm not here to give out any kind of information, but I know what you're doing, Apple. And it's cool. It works. We're in a capitalistic society. Their marketing is fucking awesome. They know how to market. It has gone a little downhill after Jobs, but it is what it is. They're already a big one. Samsung! Now, you a different story, baby. I'm Android all the way. I am Galaxy.
I mean more of their film production.
Huh?
I mean more of the film production and TV.
Oh.
For kill one, fuck one. Man.
Oh, yeah. That's right. No. Get out of here, Apple. I'm done with Apple. I think Disney owns Apple now? No.
No. They're chilling. They're still in.
Oh, yeah. They're still doing their thing. See, I live under a rock, bro.
Company.
The only thing I do is digest film.
Word.
the business, the creative, the fantasy. It's entertainment.
So are you fucking Amazon or marrying Amazon?
See, I have my beef with both of those, but if you can get them in bed, Netflix and chill, or scanning through Amazon Marketplace at 2 a.m, cuddled up. They're tough. Again, I'm not anti what they do. I don't want to do it. I'm not with it. You know, with Netflix and Amazon, if they want, yeah, we can let them show our movies.
Word.
No, we have the independent film world is starting to blossom. I have my own platforms in production right now to be able to provide. Let's go, let's get it. We're in 2025. We are in the land of the era, of the creator. It's time to create. It's time to inspire the world in any possible way, from we could go straight to toilet humor to something highly intellectual and thought-provoking. It's all necessary to keep us from killing each other. Because I'm a firm believer, if you remove religion and politics from our species, we're all a bunch of maniacs.
Do you think we'll ever have the return to, like, just live content? Do you think that is the way we're going with, like, going back to, like, having just a radio station that is open all day, or a TV station that's streaming all day with, like, infrastructure behind it that, like, there is new content coming on? Like, do you think the internet and YouTube and those types of things will ever have a truly, like, 24/7 functioning system like we used to have with radio, or like we had probably 15 hours a day with, like, cable TV, or not cable TV, broadcast TV? Do you think, like, somebody could do that on an independent level? Like, have a television station that's like PBS, but it's just, like, actually more curated and more interesting and less educational?
So this is what I am seeing in my second decade on this planet. The pattern is starting to repeat itself. Right now, when film had originated, it was multiple production companies going out and trying to get a foothold on the business, where it got to the point where it was like these studios were having theaters, and then some law was passed where the studios cannot own theaters anymore.
Anti-monopoly. Antitrust.
And then everybody started, like, funneling. It was like one shark was eating the other, and it was getting bigger and bigger. Now we have some megalodons in the waters. The sea of agenda, filled with the fish of intent. And we have megalodons in the water.
Comcast Universal. Paramount Skydance.
Oh, you know them. Yeah, you keep listing them.
Disney Hulu.
We have
Done.
real...
Those are the three.
We have real monsters.
And then Sony's, like, the outlier, like, foreign company that's just, like...
That's the one... That's the sea serpent. That's the giant sea serpent you see on the
maps. They have money,
maps.
but they don't actually care about us. They're just like, well,
No,
if you guys do something, you know, we'll put it on Focus Features and we'll make it rock. But, like, we're not really caring.
Another company that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
So you got all these monsters in this ocean. The monster hunters are starting to rise. So what's happening is all these little independent film studios, one of my favorites, Troma Productions.
For the people who are not from Jersey, tell us a little bit more about Troma Studios, because obviously I know.
I call it Troma. I watched most of their films. So flippin' good. They're so cheap and so good. And this whole deal with Toxic Avenger coming out, a new one, which I don't know. I got mixed feelings. I haven't seen it. I don't think it's out yet. But again, I don't pay attention. I read the news and I go back to what I'm doing, and that's my mission. As I digress.
I read the trades. I have an alert set for deadline, so they just send me a ping notification every time a deal is signed in Hollywood.
So Troma is one of the longest living independent film studios. Lloyd Kaufman, Sundance, and when I was 21, I got to see you. I got to meet you. It was awesome. And then I got a book that was signed by you. How to Make Your Own Damn Movie, baby. He was, this guy's cool, man. Lloyd Kaufman, he knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for a long time. But he is your champion in the grassroots, boots on the ground, independent film studio life. Yeah, I kind of trailed off. What were we talking about again?
We were talking about making everything from the ground up. And will there ever be a studio, like an independent studio that is broadcast?
Yeah, totally. That's right. Back in the groove. So this is the time
that people
where
have to watch it. That people are like, I tune in at 9 p.m. Like, I can't miss this. It's at 9 p.m. Will that ever happen again?
Okay, so television as we knew it, it's not working anymore. Like, there's some people who are still watching TV. The channels are still pumping, like CBS, ABC. They still have their thing going, but it's only a matter of time before their medium is going to have to change as well. And we're going into the digital age. So it's all about streaming channels, and everyone's going to have their own thing. And that's really what's happening. So television, you could potentially team up with independent film studios who provide you more content for your station that is still airing, which then gives you an opportunity to retain audience. If any of you TV stations are listening and this makes sense to you, take it, do it. Let's keep entertainment going. But this is the era of the indie. So right now what you're seeing is smaller independent studios are starting on the rise. We'll take a good example, fucking Angel Studios.
Yeah.
You see how they're rocking and rolling. Like, I'm in Costa Rica. I meet this man. I meet his wife. They're talking about what they're trying to do. They had just released that one movie with
Sound of Fury.
Yeah, the kids thing, right?
The pedo movie.
Yeah. So they had just released it. Movie.
They're not pedos.
No. Listen. What they're doing in overarching theme, especially if they want to encompass the children and Christian market, the family and Christian market. Now, I'm sure they're going to want to expand later, but they're really targeting family-friendly and Christian audiences, which is cool, man. You're doing God's work. Keep it up, bruh. But
they're taking that Jesus money and they're making movies.
Well, they
self-fund. Like, those people are all say that they're investors. Like, people are just like, I'm an investor in Angel Studios.
Look, there's
like normal ass people who are just like, giving my money so that they can make more content that I like.
Again, this is the new blueprint. I'm doing literally the same thing with all of y'all here in Jersey.
With marijuana instead of...
Hey, listen, at the end of the day, I like toilet humor, and I like, stuff that makes you have existential crises because it's really thought-provoking. Like, I'm all over the spectrum. Family friendly and Christian, that cool, yo, bro. Keep it up. Like I said, you're doing God's work. I've got my plan, and the people who are helping this plan. No, bro. It's the plan. It's if you want to say the gods of film. I'm on a mission. I have no other obsession on this planet than the film game, the film industry. Indie's taking over. The time to unplug the router and reset it so that the new industry begins is upon us. Get tapped into the ether, or keep repeating your cycle in this video game over and over again. That's really where it's at. Spiritually, you have to connect to the ether. That's where we get all our beautiful fantasies and imagination and ideas and aha moments, is because you actually allow your soul, your spirit, to just recharge a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the ones who are growing right now are tapped in the ether. Angel Boy, he's doing his thing. He's tapped into a stream of energy. That's his purpose. That's what he's doing. He's growing something fantastic in his way.
What's your take on Tubi?
Tubi's fine. It gave a lot of people opportunity to put their stuff up. Not really a filtration system. So a lot of the stuff that was maybe low budget got completely washed under the radar. The wave of everybody wants to sell their film, bro. But these platforms are not the only way. That's what I talk about in this manual. This is a nuts to bolt, to get back to that, nuts to bolts manual on that particular aspect of the game. It's your tutorial, the one you don't get, the one you walk around the map and you're asking all these crazy people like, hey, what should I do? So they're like, no, cool, I made you a tutorial. Here's your first one. Film distribution.
Hell yeah.
I have 8 more books coming after that.
Wow.
I'm setting everything up. You can read it. You can talk. You can say it's shit. You can say whatever you want. I don't care. I've been doing this long enough now where I've heard y'all's cries, my indie filmmakers. I've been listening. I know I'm a little unhinged and kind of like out there in IRL, but I just like to have fun, joy. It's the pursuit of joy. It's the pursuit of a dream. We live in a system where we are literally prisoners on our own accord, voluntarily. We've tapped into the system and we've allowed all of these rules, which, bruh, I've stepped on both sides of the curtain. I hear what's going on in the streets. I see what's going on in the galas. We are truly all children of the universe pretending. That's it.
Word.
Some are born into good stuff. Others are born for the grind. Again, that ties into what's your soul's mission on this planet, bruh? Why you here? Why you here? That's what you have to ask yourself. If you really want to succeed in life, what's your purpose? Why are you here? Like Zoolander, who am I? Oh, I don't know. I love that freaking movie.
What is the most recent movie you've watched that has broken your brain and made you have an existential crisis?
You want to know why I'm in the independent film game, bro? You really want to know?
Yeah.
Because all the biggest movies on this planet nowadays are shit. I'm not impressed anymore. I'm not. You're not invoking any emotions for me. The last movie I watched just recently, it just popped up in my algorithm. If.
Oh, wow.
With Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, that movie. I worked on that for a sec, yeah.
Bro. First off, love that man. Second, love that film.
Really?
That was, out of the last 3 years, that movie legitimately brought tears to my eyes in certain scenes.
Wow.
When she realizes at the end that, bro, he's her imaginary friend.
Aww.
I was like, it was cool.
Wow. Heartwarming.
There isn't many movies like that, in my opinion, anymore. I love we'll go to the Deadpool movies. Those were great. I fucking love those.
Word.
I don't know if I would say picky, because I digest.
Like Ryan Reynolds. It just has to have Ryan Reynolds in it.
Oh, listen. I do like Ryan Reynolds, and a lot of the movies that I just labeled or said he's in them. But Sam Rockwell, the last movie from If was The Seven Psychopaths. I was like, that was great. That was fucking great. I like Sam Rockwell, President Beeble Blorks, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. What?
I'm reading that book right now.
Oh my God! What's wrong with you for not reading that book sooner?
I didn't realize. I'm actually I'm in Juan's film, and he makes a reference to it, so I was like, I should read this book so that I am fully digested on the references, and it is quite a great book. Yeah.
Bro, don't panic. That's why I always say don't panic. Now you understand.
Yeah.
After this long time knowing me, now you understand why I always say don't panic.
Yeah.
Because that's what the guide says.
Yeah.
Oh, Douglas Adams. God damn it, rest his soul. Would have loved to have coffee with him. He wrote such an amazing series, and that was, to me, one of the first movies adapted from a book that was so, oh my God, on point. I cannot wait for the next one.
Oh, wow. I got to watch the movie now, too.
Yo, dude, it's great. Read the book. Because Douglas Adams has this magical way of explaining things in such great mental visual detail that
he's making prose like a guide, you know? Yeah, it's cool.
It's awesome, dude. Always remember where your towel is.
Explanatory prose.
Yeah, always remember where your towel is. The meaning of life, the universe, everything is 42. And I'm not to sound crazy, but you can actually apply that to every aspect of your life, which is so funny. As I digress. What was I talking about?
I was just asking if there's movies that have broke your brain and been like mind fucks and existential.
No, not recently.
I just saw Weapons. Maybe it's still out while you guys are listening to this podcast. Weapons was very good. That's the new Zach Kreger film.
Okay.
If you don't know who Zach Kreger is, he was in Whitest Kids You Know, which was probably the best sketch group of my childhood. And yeah, it's really great to see.
Weapons?
Yeah, the movie's called Weapons.
All right, I'll watch it.
The marketing is basically like a bunch of kids disappeared at 2:17 a.m. And then that's all they tell you.
I love it. Okay, again, I'm not really tapped in with what's coming out per se.
It is a great cinematic experience. So worth being in the theater. And
this is why I have friends like you, bro.
No, it's definitely worth it. If you got the AMC A-list, just cop a ticket to that. If you don't, it's definitely worth a watch. It's a good, I don't know if it's a good date night movie. Maybe it's a good date night movie, but it's a good movie just in general.
To anybody who's watching that's not a filmmaker, get yourself a filmmaker friend and let them just recommend all kinds of weird stuff to you and genuinely watch it.
You know,
they're willing to tell you what to watch.
Your life. We're a matchmaker for movies. We're just going to start talking. You don't even have to pay us.
That's what independent filmmakers are.
Saying it.
That's what independent filmmakers are. They're curated movie lists who also have their own language that they're trying to get out. So, again, just to revert back to it, I wrote the book. I'm about to publish. If it helps people, that's all I really want. I hope it inspires. If it pisses people off, then I don't care. Fuck. bro, I'm out here making movies. Like,
Yeah, what
I don't
projects do you have coming out now? You've been working on some projects. You're executive producer of some projects, right?
Yeah. So the biggest film that has come out that's circulating right now on some platforms is President Zombie by Sarbone Pictures. Michael Sarbone's director, shot by Alan Welch. This is a phenomenal B-rated zombie flick. It has the quality of a blockbuster, yet the essence of a trauma film. It's really the best way I can describe this. It was a great thing. And then we have a TV series that is being shopped right now, Clear and Far by Ron Wilson. It's a stoner series, ongoing, episodic. And that one's floating in the circuits as well. Now, I've worked with multiple other directors who have their films going out. Static Cling.
Oh, nice, yeah.
You know that one.
That's making the circuit right
Bro,
now.
Steven's been doing a great job really just bringing attention to this film, to this short. It's like, it's a short, it's like a featurette. We'll call it a featurette. And it's being well received by people. Or well received. It's funny. It's relatable. It is
physical.
The essence. Yeah, it's physical. It's the essence of indie film.
Yeah.
And it's a nice little digestible piece.
The flaw with a lot of comedies now, I think, is that they might be funny in one way, but like to have a great comedy, you have to have shit that's like physical. You have to have shit that's like situational. You have to have shit that's like meta. That's like, oh, well, you're making a movie about this. Well, this is funny about the fact that you're making a movie about this because of the history of movies. And I feel like those are the most successful comedies now. It's like you need references, but you also need physicality, but you also need to have like some outside reason why you're making this comedy. Like what's going on culturally that has got us to this point. And yeah.
Well, no, I wouldn't necessarily say need. Let's just cut that.
But
please, let's just cut that word out. You don't need to have any type of genre or something just to follow a trend. What you have to create is an entertaining story. People want to be entertained. At the end of the day, the world has proven it, or at least our world. The Room.
Entertaining.
The Room was given an award for the greatest worst movie ever. It was so unentertaining, it was entertaining. You have to capture the essence of entertainment in whatever medium you are trying to present. And if you do it with confidence, and you plan accordingly, you're good. It's not one of those you wake up one morning, you write a script, and you're like, yo, I'm going to get some friends together. We got some storyboards. We're going to shoot this. What you going to do with it? You going to put it on YouTube? Because you were just talking to me about you want to sell it when you're done. Do you understand the requirements by selling it with our existing system? Yeah, you can put it on Tubi, but the big wigs where you want to sell your stuff have requirements, format, QC, like needs to be before they even consider.
Yeah.
So I am hoping to again inspire people. Just do the fucking steps. Don't go into filmmaking blind. Yes, we all fantasize about making movies. Yes, we all want to be told we're such good creators and blah, blah, blah. That's an ongoing theme for everyone. I've gotten to the point in my life, I wanted it too. No lies, I wanted it too. I wanted people to tell me, oh, you're such a great actor. Oh, you used to make so much good films. Oh, you do this. Oh, you do that. And then I got to the point where I was like, what am I chasing? What the hell am I chasing? I see everyone ahead of me who has chased that blindly and has fallen so hard. They get to the top of the mountain, and bro, you doing handstands on the tip? Are you just dumb?
Yeah.
I gotta stay PC here. Oh my God. And then you see them fall hard. Nah, man, I want longevity. I want the continuation of stories. I want to be able to create forever. And I know a lot of other people do too. So, cool.
Well, thank you
Let's
so
go.
much for coming on to this podcast, Taso. This has been a lot of fun.
Oh, shit, we're done?
Yeah, we can be.
Oh, yeah, cool.
We can do a second half. I just got to piss like a racehorse.
Oh!